So, yesterday, the second trailer for Spider-Man No Way Home released. And no Toby or Andrew, kind of. Either way, the trailer released, we had a lot of people saying that Toby and Andrew weren't going to be, a lot of credible leakers saying that they weren't going to be in the trailer, so I didn't expect them to be. But I didn't expect them to do such a shit job at hiding them, because they're there. I'm sure you've all seen the lizard clip. If not, I will get the lizard clip up now. All you gotta do is go to Twitter, and you just type in lizard, and lizard punched is right there, and there it is. So the Brazilian trailer, the Brazilian version of the trailer, extends this jump sequence, the one that people already were like, who is Lizard even jumping at? And in this, you can see Tom's up here. He gets either punched or kicked or, whatever, in the head. And he goes reeling. Which, I think it's safe to say that there's a Spider-Man there. I assume that Toby or Andrew is up here and Toby and Andrew are down there. So one of them's there, one of them's there. I don't think it matters which one kicks the lizard, because they're both amazing Spider-Man villains. So, potentially, Tom could be up there. They could have CG'd over the suit, over maybe Toby's suit, because that's a Tobey Maguire villain, Sandman. But I would like to point something out here. Sorry. Why do we need the audio? In the trailer, where's the bit? There's a bit that appears to be Andrew Garfield's suit, and they've CG'd over
They're a danger to our universe.
the, hang on. There it was.
Universe.
This appears to be Tom Holland. Right? Go away. Okay, so this, I want 1080p. I want playback speed to be 0.25. Yeah, I'm muting that. I don't want to hear it. This obviously appears to be Tom Holland. Spidey suit, right? It's Tom Holland. It's the black, red, Far From Home suit. That's Andrew Garfield's mask. From Amazing Spider-Man 2. That's his eyes. Much thinner. Red around it. Black around it. Yeah. So this, and also, might I add, this area with all the scaffolding was in multiple leaks. The first leak being, and No Way Home. First leak being this one. That's the scaffolding, right? Blue screen because, the background's probably all going to be CG. Blue screen, and he's talking to Toby. Alright, ready? Perfect. Then, we had that leak of all three of them, which, there it is. Scaffolding, background. Oh, look where we are. Oh, look at his face. Oh, look at his face. Different suit, though. That's what's raising questions with a lot of people. Different suit. This is like his new gold sort of like merge suit, and that's the Far From Home suit. But by the looks of it, he gets this new suit during a fight at some point, because he's the scaffolding. He's in his new suit here. New suit here. Hang on. Yep, 6 wings, and then. Oh, do we not have the I can't save everyone, or did I go past it? Oh, it's back here. So he's in the new suit. He's in his old suit here, and this is seemingly same scene, because this is inside the building that is inside this building. Electro and Sandman are there. Yeah, okay. So that's inside that building. Now, here's the interesting thing that I wanted to focus on. We knew a fair bit of this was at least true from the first trailer. First trailer told us a lot in regards to what's true in this film. But Toby and Andrew show up an hour into the film. The movie is 2.5 hours. We now know its full runtime is, I believe, 2 hours 49 minutes. Obviously, at least 10 minutes of those will be credits. But, you know, just guessing the runtime, roughly, doesn't mean much. As far as I know, they show up in Act 2, and once they're in it a lot. Yeah, that's consistent with basically everything we've heard. And also, it doesn't appear that there's... It appears that the start of the film is Peter struggling with the whole being Spider-Man thing, and then setting the villains loose, and then they come in to help. I think that they're not going to come in until Peter has fought Green Goblin and Doc Ock on the bridge, and also Electro in this field place where he's believed to be fighting Electro, if I can even find. He's in like the new cool black suit thing. I don't even know where it is. Look, you've seen it. You've seen the trailer. And then rumors are that the new black suit that you'll probably see here. No. Where's that black suit at? This suit. So this suit has some sort of magical properties on it, like supposedly Strange, I don't know if Strange made it entirely or he just helped, but he made a thing so that he can capture the villains and send them to the prison being this box that he's about to steal. That's the prison. So that was the prison that's he's got it there. Strange is sending them back to their universes to die. Peter thinks he can rehabilitate them, so he steals the cube, right? Which is why there's this whole Strange chase scene, and it's a big thing. So after he fights Electro, Doc Ock, and Green Goblin, I'm not sure how Sandman and Lizard get captured because they only seem to be in this final fight scene. But he apparently tries to, I mean, it's in the leak later. He tries to rehabilitate them, and then he gets betrayed by Green Goblin, Norman Osborn, and they all escape. and I think around then is when the old Spider-Man come in. So at some point in Act 2, probably towards the end of Act 2, when he's rehabilitating them, and Act 3 will be the big final showdown, Statue of Liberty, scaffolding place. Anyway. There's some stuff about Multiverse of Madness, but we're not going to focus on that. It's kind of like a big Multiverse of Madness leak, but I don't want to discuss that in this video. We know that's true. We know that's true. We know that this is at least kind of true, because in the... Where's that first trailer at? Why is Ben Shapiro... Oh my god. There's the teaser. Okay, so... Trailer 1. Yeah, you see it right here. So he's in a suit. He's in a lovely suit. This is on the bridge. He's talking to this woman. Now this woman has been confirmed to be playing someone who works for MIT. So he and MJ not being able to get into MIT makes sense. Like, why would you go, oh, he can't get into college, and then we know that this person works for that college? It's not as though that's been a thing in all the Spider-Man films, and it's a lucky guess. Peter goes to ask his homeboy Strange to cast a spell. We know that's true. Yep. Easy. Okay. Yeah, so this is obviously not confirmed, but he obviously doesn't want to send them back. That's all we know. So he steals the cube. Green Goblin betrays him. Okay, so this is the big spoiler. Aunt May dies. Bingo. Big death. May dies. Supposedly... whoops. Supposedly May dies right here. Right there. Apparently May dies from a goblin bomb. Obviously I assumed that it was being thrown at someone, or else why would Spidey be trying to jump into it? And as we can see, this is in some sort of lobby or foyer. And Aunt May is in the same lobby and foyer. So I think May dying is fair. The other two Spideys finally show up due to Ned having Strange's ring thing that opens portals. Sure. I don't know how Ned knows how to use sling rings. Maybe that'll be explained in the film. But if Strange wants to let a child fuck around with magical artifacts, that's fine by me. The three work together, big fight with all the villains. Strange finishes his spell and makes literally everyone forget that Peter is Spider-Man. Okay, so big fight with all the villains. Strange clearly does something at the end, because at the end of this trailer, which I'm going to put back to regular speed, something's going on here, and this is not the Spider-Man arriving. This could be when Loki and Sylvie, break open the multiverse. But this is clearly after, the fight. So maybe Strange casts a spell, and then something goes wrong.
Starting to come through, and I can't stop him.
Exclusively in cinemas.
Okay, I don't know what that is. Maybe it's later in the leak and I just missed it. But I don't know what this is. I don't know what this is. Okay. Last third of the movie. Yeah, I think it's safe to assume they're not going to show up until end of Act 2, start of Act 3. Vulture and Shocker aren't in it. That's fine. Okay, so there's a lot of people assuming it's Sinister Six, right? We've seen 5 villains. We've seen Doc Ock, Green Goblin, Sandman, Lizard, Electro. People assume it's Sinister Six, obviously. And the 2 big names that have gone around, or 3 really, are Mysterio, who's not going to be in it because I doubt Jake Gyllenhaal wants to come back. Rhino, who apparently was in the original script, but they cut him. And Venom. I don't think Venom's in this movie. Venom would have been mentioned if he was in this movie. People would have talked about it. These leakers would have gone, Venom's in the movie, because that's a big thing. So, there's no Venom. All the villains show up long before Andrews does, yeah. All of them, though, is a bit I guess there would be the rehabilitation scene. Final cut will be well over 2 hours. It would have to be. Doctor Strange stupidly opens it all up. So that could be what goes on with all this. All this lovely stuff. That could be him messing up the multiverse, you know, maybe cliffhanger goes straight into No Way Home. Multiverse of Madness. Or maybe he's just talking about at the start when the Strange messes the spell up, and, you know, Norman Osborn and stuff come through. I assume the I wish is in response to someone asking if Miles Morales is in it. I never for a second thought he would be, unless they wanted to add, you know, a new live action version. There's no way they'd bring over the Spider-Verse version. And I kind of don't want them to bring over the Spider-Verse version. Keep that in its own universe. Electro makes a quip that he always hoped it was a black guy under the mask, and that there's going to be a universe where that's the case. So just a nice, lovely little reference to Miles. He and Garfield are in like the last hour. They were going to be science bros for a minute. I assume the he is Andrew. Norman and Harry both dead in the Raimi movies. Okay, it's kind of odd that they mention Harry. Maybe Toby talks about it. We're not going to see what's his name? We're not going to see James Franco as Harry Osborn. There's no way. This is the point of discussion between the villains. Doc Ock says Norman is dead in his world, etc. So, since it's going to be odd because there'd all be slight variations on the Raimi universe, because it would be the Raimi universe where Goblin didn't die, the Raimi universe where Doc Ock hadn't died yet but Green Goblin had died, and one where Sandman apparently still fights Spider-Man rather than being good, like he is at the end of Spider-Man 3. Daredevil, but only as a lawyer. Yeah, I mean, we got, where is it? Where's that image? The proper one. The one that was shared by John Campio by accident because he thought it was fake, but then it turned out to be real and he got knowledge of shit for it. It's not here? That's actually surprising. Look, Charlie Cox is coming back as Daredevil. He's even got a Daredevil project in the works, but they haven't announced anything. People kept making fan-made things saying that it was announced. It hasn't been announced. Marvel has not confirmed nor denied anything. Just trying to see. They really just didn't put the Daredevil image, did they? I mean, that's bullshit right there, that image. Anyway. Matt Murdock is in the film. That's basically... he's apparently just Peter's lawyer, and that's about it. And that's fine. Because, I mean, I don't want... It's already going to be a stuffed movie. Ned starts using Matt... So Ned... I don't know if Ned's gonna just become Wong 2 or something, but cool. MJ, Peter, and Ned try to get into MIT. It only mentions MJ and Peter don't get into MIT, so maybe Ned does. Happy's in the film, that's sure. May, who dies, it is a mess. I've actually seen a recent cut. Green Goblin grenade kills her, and she gets to say Ben's famous line. So the two things that people have said is that the great power with great responsibility. Wait, yes, sorry, I thought I butchered the saying there. Apparently, it's either said by Aunt May just before she dies, or it's said by Tobey Maguire. He tells Tom, "This is what my uncle said to me." I think it's safe to say that it's said by, what's his name? I think it's safe to say it's said by Aunt May, sorry, not Tobey Maguire. Because that seems to be the consensus from these really credible leakers now, and it was quite an old thing that people were saying he was going to say it. More recently, it's everyone's saying it's May. But again, Green Goblin grenade kills her. Green Goblin grenade kills her. Kills her. Yep. It's in the foyer. She's there. He's there. She's gonna die. It'll be interesting how they handle that. Claims more controversial before yesterday. Nice try, but you're going to be disappointed when the real trailer comes out. The three Spideys don't meet until the end of the movie, and it's Ned opening portals that gets them all together without their costumes on. Okay, gets them all together without their costumes on. We've only seen leaks of them in costume. Current cut is 2.5 hours. Definitely no cliffhanger, unless you count everyone in the world forgetting who Peter Parker is a cliffhanger. Holland's Spidey steals Strange's ring during a big fight. Strange wants to send the villains back to their universes where they'll die at their respective Spider-Man, but MCU Peter tries to rehabilitate them. Ned just ends up with the ring and learns to open portals over the course of the movie. So I guess he gets it early and is just practicing the whole time, and then at the end he opens a portal. I guess he'd have to open 2 portals because it would be 2 different universes. And then the others come in. No Rhino, and Lizard did fuck all the entire movie. I don't expect Lizard or Sandman to do much. I don't even expect Elektra to do much. I expect the villains in order of how much they're going to impact the plot to be. Green Goblin and Doc Ock kind of tied. It's hard to tell because most of the promotional stuff is Doc Ock. But from most of the leaks, it sounds like Green Goblin masterminds a lot of stuff. Then Electro. Then probably Sandman because he's had way more character. He had way more character depth in Spider-Man 3 than the Lizard did. And I expect the Lizard to just be there because they can. Set photo of Andrew, apparently. It's this photo. Fantastic. Yeah. This photo, which we then saw from a different angle, and we know that this is the scaffolding. Toby and Andrew don't show up until last. Yep. Shows off some unusual reflexes, of course, just so that they can hint, go, yep, it's Daredevil. May is killed by Green Goblin after the inevitable betrayal. May gets the with great power line this time. The multiverse is open because Strange is pretty easily convinced with Peter to try and erase from everyone's memory that J. Jonah Jameson and Mysterio outed Peter as Spidey. The spell goes wrong because Peter won't shut the fuck up. Well, we know that's true. I'm so confused as to who's opening up the goddamn multiverse. They really... I think... Because they want to do Multiverse of Madness, and they went, okay, we need the multiverse to open, so we need 4 different people to open the multiverse, and then, let's just make it so that 4 people open the multiverse, and then, one of them will be more significant. So, Wanda seems to be wanting to open the multiverse to find her kids. Sylvie opened the multiverse by killing the one beyond all, or whatever his name was, Kang. Not Kang, but Kang. Alternate universe Kang. And now Doctor Strange has done it by trying to erase everyone's minds. There's no implication that it's May repeating something Ben said in the movie unless they add it in ADR or reshoots, so I think it'll just come off as Ben died off screen without saying anything worthwhile. Yeah, I mean, at this point, they barely addressed Ben. They addressed Ben in the first film briefly, and he had his initials on a suitcase. That's okay. Peter wants Strange to do it because he gets rejected from MIT. Spell goes wrong because Peter won't shut up. Toby and Andrew don't shut up the last third. Cheddar Cox. Yep. Someone replied to this post asking if this is Holland's last Spider-Man movie. A user responded with this: considering the ending of this one, where Holland's Peter mopes off into the sunset after visiting May's grave with literally nobody in the world knowing who he is, I'm thinking this is the last outing for this version of Spidey. Now, Tom Holland has come out and said some stuff recently that he doesn't want to keep playing Spidey. He doesn't want to play Spidey when he's 30. Previously he said he wants to, but I think all this secrecy and leak cycle and harassment has kind of gotten him to the point where he doesn't want to anymore, which is quite sad. But I feel like this obviously won't be the last outing for this Spidey because they did the Venom post-credit scene. Maybe it's the last time we see him in the MCU. That's possible. I just hope that we have a new Spider-Man to fill in his place. Maybe a live-action Miles Morales, please. There you go. I don't remember the exact line of dialogues, but Toby definitely doesn't do it with great power line. That's May in her dying breath. Easy. May says it in a dying scene where Toby remarks that Uncle Ben used to say that. So this is a bit more possible, but that also implies that either Tom relays what was said to Toby, or Toby's present when this happens, and I doubt Toby's present when this happens. Green Goblin kills her, basically. A lot of this movie is MCU Peter trying to rehab all the villains. That's why he and Strange fight. So he's rehabbing them in Happy's apartment. Norman's totally fine until Green Goblin mode kicks in and he sabotages Peter's plan to help everyone. Oh, we're going to see more of the dual role stuff? Oh, thank God. I love that stuff. He blows up Happy's apartment. Rest in peace, Happy's apartment. And after a fight in the lobby, May gets the business end of a grenade. So again, lobby fight. So this is Happy's apartment, which explains why you see Happy. Where is it? In his car. There's guns, and he's like out the front. I can't find it. You know what I'm talking about. Maybe it's in here. There it is.
Do it, the more dangerous it becomes.
Yeah. So this is Happy outside his apartment. Apartment was just blown up. You see the explosion. There. Alright. This skims over the details about the black and gold suit. Strange gives Spidey a magic device to use on the villains to transport them to the prison. Strange doesn't actually do it himself. Someone who I think is the same user also addresses the lack of Rhino in his comments, because that's a big thing. Don't know what to tell you, Rhino is not in the movie. It's totally possible Rhino got cut between script revisions, and yeah, Lizard is there and he's in the final battle on the Statue of Liberty, but I sometimes forgot he was part of the movie, of course. Also, confirming Rhino wasn't in the cut I saw in the last few months. Lizard already barely does anything. Yeah, I imagine if Rhino was in, he and Lizard would do nothing anyway. I would have believed you if there isn't a million sources saying he is in it so far, and some random person saying, on 4chan saying he isn't. Not the same person, my dude. Most of those leaks seem to be from early script leaks. The cut I saw was 2.5 or so hours and not very good. Obviously, how good the film is subjective. I'm excited for it regardless. It may end up being trash, which it will be a letdown, but you know, it's from 4chan people and they can be a bit opinionated. It wasn't very good because it was trying to juggle too many goddamn characters. There was a monster mash needle drop in the basement of the sanctum. That might be a 10 score. Sure. May dies, making it the Uncle Ben moment of this, pushing all of the Peters to take the Sinister Six down. Again, call it Sinister Six, but there's only 5 of them. With everyone forgetting who Spider-Man is, he is now unknown by the Avengers and has no ties to them. The movie ends with Spidey swinging around New York. I thought it ended with him moping off after the grave. We'll see. If you have specific questions, I'll try to remember. I know there's a shot of all of Peter's Spidey suits in his closet closet now, and he walks around with a cell phone strapped to his chest for a while because I think that's the black suit, which is actually just his normal suit turned inside out because someone threw slime on him. That was leaked. It's not slime, it's green paint. But okay. Norman Osborn, who steals the arc reactor. Wait, not Norman Osborn who steals the arc reactor. It's Electro. Also, Green Goblin is in prison with the rest of them. He's in Norman mode for most of the movie, and they all reason with MCU Peter, who is empathetic and breaks them all out to rehabilitate them. The statue is under construction to hold Cap's shield. Well, we know that. We know that's true. So that's basically the film. We can confirm most of this stuff now, thanks to the second trailer. I would also be remiss if I didn't point out, not quality, that there may or may not be a missing Spidey hand. There. Sorry, whoops. Let's go back like a second. I don't even know if you can see it. Oh, you can't. There. A little missing Spidey hand, right? There. A potential Toby hand. That was, I don't know, not removed properly. It's hard to tell. All you need to know is, if that is him, he's not doing much when MJ falls here. He's not doing anything. He's just chilling. Doesn't move. You can't see anything. In this top-down shot, they would have removed him fully. People think that, as she's falling, obviously Tom Spider-Man is trying to save her, but a lot of people think that in the end, Andrew Garfield's Spidey saves her, because he didn't save Gwen Stacy that one time. But yeah, that's everything we know about Spider-Man No Way Home. Lovely big leaks. Big leaks, big story leaks. I'm thinking about making a rundown of all the leaked information we have for upcoming MCU projects. Sorry, that's like my arm. I'm thinking about doing a rundown of all the leaked information we have on MCU projects going forward. Hopefully that gets made. I've been pretty stingy with uploads lately. I uploaded yesterday and today, but still. Anyway. Thank you very much for watching. Let me know if you believe the leaks or what your opinion is down below. And obviously, there will be a spoiler warning at the start of this. If you ignore the spoiler warning, then I don't know what to tell you, guy. Alright, see ya.